Chase, I've got some questions for you. I sent out a post on Instagram and YouTube asking people what questions they have for a pro bike racer. Question number 1, what is something about being a pro that you don't like?
Being lonely often.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I train by myself most of the time. You go to races. Like, I'm with my wife, but I don't get to hang out with my friends every weekend. And yeah. That's like the hardest part of being a pro. Not being with friends all the time.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, we got I'm about to cry. We got real deep on the first one. All right, next question. How do you keep from being bored on long training rides?
I listen to some good podcasts, Bonk Bros. I'll listen to Trainer Road, Matchbox, some Joe Rogan, and then also music.
Yeah.
Music. And then if it's just a long, like, 0 intervals, I'll always try to find new roads to adventure on.
Oh.
Yeah. So down in the driftless region, there's endless amount of roads, which is, I think, what makes it awesome. So I'm going to climb this new climb today.
Yeah.
And it does take like 30 miles to go get a new road, but...
But when you're talking about training for 200+ mile races, you'll get those 30
like
miles.
100 miles.
Oh my gosh, that's nuts. That's nuts. At what point did you know you wanted to be a pro cyclist?
I mean, it's always been a dream of mine since I started biking.
Yeah.
I'd say I started really considering it in 2020. I was having some really good power number outputs. There wasn't any racing, so I couldn't measure myself against people, but just like where I was in my training, I was like, I think I can make it.
And what really made that a transition? Like, I know you had a job before and you quit that. What made you quit the job? What made you really start pursuing it? What did that look like?
Just feeling like I was at maximum capacity of my job and my training, and that I couldn't make any more improvements unless I quit my job.
Oh, yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I just got to take this leap of faith. And it's working out.
It's working out. Yeah. That's awesome. No. Okay, there's, for some background, every time I put up a little question on my Instagram story, someone always asks some version of this question, but now it's going to go to you. Would you rather fight 1 million duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Well, just think of, like, that's a whole bunch of, like, chihuahuas, I would imagine. Just, like, I mean, I get scared of, like, 2 or 3 dogs chasing me, even if they're just ankle biters.
Yeah.
So I have to go one horse-sized
duck. All right, you're going to fight the big duck.
Yeah, I'm going to hop on its back and try to tame it and make it my pet. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, that works great. He said, for real, I used to play football. I ate way more than I do now as I'm middle-aged. I'm curious about how much a pro athlete packs down. I don't know how you want to answer that, but...
So in Arizona, I was eating 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day. I would have to force myself to eat so I wouldn't underfuel myself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
And now with races and everything, it's probably more down to 4,000 to 5,000 calories if you average everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, in Arizona when I was training 30 to 40 hours a week, it was...
Whoa.
My job was essentially eat before my ride, eat on my ride, and just continually eat after my ride.
Just to keep up.
That's why I eat so much rice.
I love that. This next question is similar. How do you fuel for long overnight ride? Do you do overnight rides?
No,
right?
Unless I'm doing the dam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
That's still you starting at midnight, so it's not really like an overnight.
I like my sleep. So.
Yeah.
But if I had to do an overnight ride, if I'm starting at like sunset, probably just eating like a super early dinner at like 5. If I start my ride at 8 and then keep it like a normal bike ride, maybe more caffeine. Or for this person, he could have, or they could have more caffeine.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, caffeine does nothing. So it just...
He drinks no coffee and takes in no sort of caffeine. Nope. Just does nothing for him. That's funny. All right, next question. How much physical activity do you do off the bike? You know, housework, mowing the lawn, normal life stuff.
My wife enjoys mowing the lawn, so I don't have to do that. She just peeked around the corner. Not a whole bunch. I try
Yeah.
to stay as lazy as possible.
And is that intentional to move less just to save energy
Yeah,
or
to
something?
save energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I go to the sauna, if that
There you
counts.
go.
I mean, I'm sitting in the sauna, but
Well, that's burning calories.
yeah, my heart rate's going up. So,
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do for fun on a bike?
Setting out almost with like a mission on the bike ride, or like looking forward to something. So I always try to ride new roads, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
That keeps it fun and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then also having like a cool stop along the way. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
can keep it fun.
Yeah.
If just I'm out solo, like
Right.
stop at a new cafe or new ice cream shop, try a new ice cream flavor.
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
like it? Did I not? Or if I'm at Quick Trip, oh, they have a new seasonal donut flavor. Okay, I'll try it.
Got
Like
to try it. Yeah.
at least if I have like the intervals done, then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if it upsets my stomach, okay, oh well. Like
Yeah.
I got the work
Cut the
done.
ride short. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Second question. This is a little deeper. Do you use your voice as a pro to help promote safer bike infrastructure for everyday people on bikes?
Not really. I don't know. I've always lived in areas where the infrastructure is good, or I feel like it's been good enough, so
Yeah.
I've never had to
Yeah.
speak up before, and I feel
Right.
like I'm not in a position or knowledgeable enough to be like, these trails to get from point A to point B are unsafe.
You have several gravel races. You own Work Cycling Service, and you guys direct and maintain several gravel races. So I think in a way you do use your voice for something good, because I think you're taking people and showing them what it could look like to enjoy the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Whatever infrastructure that is, because some people might argue a gravel road isn't infrastructure, but
Yeah.
some people might argue that's the best infrastructure. Because I, for example, would much rather take a gravel road in the country than paved roads where there's a lot of cars,
Yeah.
even with the shoulder.
Like, I guess I do always recommend folks ride the less busy roads. They
Yeah.
ride gravel is what I push for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think in a way you do that, or even if you don't use the voice directly, I think you show people by your own example how you can go and better utilize roads to keep people safer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I don't know if this is for me or you. Someone said you should organize a group ride. Chase already has several different events here in Minnesota. So if you're in Minnesota, check out Work Cycling Services, because then you can find out a bunch of other group rides that he does. And for me personally, yeah, I know everybody's asking me for a group ride. I haven't gotten around to that yet. I'm sorry, but eventually I will. I promise.
I also used to host Wednesday night ride in Winona.
Yeah.
Yep, Wednesday night worlds.
Do you still do that?
They exist, but someone else runs them now. Because
Okay.
I'm just gone so often that
Right.
it was hard for me to keep doing it.
Right.
But yeah, someone else
That makes sense.
holds a Wednesday night ride, and they also host a Thursday night community ride. So that one's like 10 to 15
Cool.
mile per hour.
If you're in Winona, you got a Wednesday night option and a Thursday night bike option.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks, Chase.
Yeah, thank you.